Welcome to the PoPolitickin show. Founded in 2008, PoPolitickin is a hip-hop meets self-help brand. With each interview, we teach the babies and share success secrets with you, the listener. Past guests of the PoPolitickin show include Yo Gotti, Currency, MC Light, BG, Dead Prayers, Rashida, Project Pat, and more. We also showcase the future upcoming stars of hip-hop. Subscribe on iTunes and get automatic updates of each podcast episode.
PoPolitickin.com.
You are now politicking with Po on PoPolitickin.com.
I don't know how y'all see it, but when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children. You know what I mean?
This Napoleon Da Legend, a.k.a. Ferrogamo, the Black Pharaoh with ammo. I'm on PoPolitickin, giving you that straight raw, you know what I mean?
Yo, Dominique Windmills, wind chill, I've been real. Fish scale, rocket Ishmael, cartilage bill. Rappers with androgynous bills, we don't feel that. We question where the skill at, you can catch me where the real at. Chill at, Chinese restaurants, upper echelon, renaissance. In the Pentagon with some Decepticons. Looking for some man John Q, stressing like John Q, that's fondue. Push your album back like LeBron's do. Take it back to 9-2, 86, laying up with crazy chicks. Baby mama crib smelling like baby shit. Bathing Nate the latest kicks. Dictatorship, Dick Slater chick, up late, eating mashed potato chips. The devil not afraid of it. Level up, a rebel, what? You peddle drugs while the government try to embezzle us. A surrogate, prepare for this. Charismatic gentleman, Ferrogamo lit. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Flatbush and Farragut, Blackfoot, flash drive, Wi-Fi. Get rich or die trying, $50. These folks don't mad at Obama. How you live? Show me what you did. Bad karma, fucker. This is what you get. Berlusconi, burn slowly. Shinobi, know me, red and black Sauconys. Don't talk about it, show me. James Tony, Sugar Shane Mosley. The game soaked me. Ladies at the venue play me closely. Napoleon Da Legend.
Later on right now, cause I'm a winner. Drop MCs like heart collapse. The rap legend. Yeah, son. Living in the ghetto, trying to get the hell out.
Napoleon Da Legend.
Later on right now, cause I'm a winner. Drop MCs like heart collapse. The rap legend. Yeah, son. Living in the ghetto, trying to get the hell
this
out.
ain't melodic, illogical, episodic, exotic. Doing Pilates with a hot chick. Hard to process, toxic. Hit the block quick, pop shit, talk shit. Confidence I walk with, you awkward. Forklift, my forklift, never pork. Looking like you never fought. Did some petty crimes, but I was never caught. Fuck all your metaphors and rhyme schemes. I swipe screens and like memes. With my wife, you chillin', eat an ice cream. You trying hard to sound hard, you sound fraud. I'm Vanguard. I took the hand off and ran off. Randolph, Mortimer, Nautica, sort of an extortionist. Louis Roderer, cast spells like a sorcerer. Resourceful, expertise, extra P. I pled allegiance to no flag. I'm a nomad, I left the region. Battered up and flesh bleeding, neck leaking, barely breathing. Rest in peace to Heavy D, very genius.
Napoleon Da Legend. Later on right now, cause I'm a winner. Drop MCs like heart collapse. The rap legend. Yeah, son. Living in the ghetto, trying to get the hell out.
Napoleon Da Legend.
Later on right now, cause I'm a winner. Drop MCs like heart collapse. The rap legend. Yeah, son. Living in the ghetto, trying to get the hell out. Living in the ghetto. Yeah, son. Living in the ghetto, trying to get the hell out. Living in the ghetto. Yeah, son. Living in the ghetto, trying to get the hell out.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you download our app on iTunes, subscribe, and like, comment to this interview. Now politicking my homie Napoleon Da Legend. How you doing, bro?
Peace, man. Welcome. I'm here. I'm good.
All right, I want you to talk about that name. Sound like you might be a history buff or something.
Nah, I wouldn't say a history buff. I love history. It intrigues me. But it's more like I was playing basketball, and it was a nickname they gave to me because I was short and I was talking a lot of trash. So, they would call me Napoleon. And then when it came to rap, I felt like keeping it. And I just had a vision one day of like saying Napoleon Da Legend, because it's like my future self was speaking to me like, one day you're going to become a legend. So it's like I just adopted the name because it sounded good, and it kept me on my toes. Like, yo, this is the end point. Now I got to work to get to that.
You already started at the finish. You just gotta get to the finish, huh?
Exactly. I mean, the division, that's where the vision of myself lies. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm just gonna just put it down and do what I got to do to get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sell myself short with a name like that.
And then talk about your hometown, where you from.
Well, it's a little bit complicated because I move around a lot,
Hmm.
but I was born in Paris, France. My family moved to Maryland when I was 4. And so I grew up in Maryland, and then I moved around Maryland and D.C. area. Both my parents are from Comoros Islands, which is East Africa, and they took me back there a few times when I was young. So I grew up mainly in, most of my time I spent in Montgomery County and PG County, Maryland.
Hmm.
And I moved to New York about 4 years ago. Now I live in Brooklyn.
All right. So talk about your background, like how long you been involved with hip hop, how you fell in love with it, all that good stuff.
Well, just, growing up in America, I just I was seeing it on TV. My friends would talk about it at school, and it was just like, wow, man, it was just something different. It was just something that spoke to me directly. I didn't really know what it was, but and I seen a few of my friends wanted to rap, and I was like, yo, that's kind of cool. I want to do that too. So we was just doing it kind of for fun, taping ourselves, rapping, and then we do a few shows, perform at parties, house parties, perform at the school or whatever. And it just stuck. It was a point where it's like, I just felt happy doing it. Like that, the two of my loves growing up was hip hop and basketball. That was like the things that when I would do, I wouldn't feel time pass. I wouldn't, just happy doing it. And then I realized that, I just wanted basketball and pan out as something that I could really make a living doing. But hip hop ended up being something where I'm like, yeah, I could live off this.
And then far like in hip hop, like who would you compare your game to, like basketball wise?
Ooh, like a basketball player that I think I'm like the hip hop version
Yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I would say Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm flashy. I'm kind of an underdog coming in because it's just like, I don't have a multi-million-dollar machine behind me.
Hmm.
But you hear it, you hear like the skill, the potency is there, the songs, the concepts are there. I might not have the same budget as, the J. Cole's and the Kendrick Lamar's of the world, but my skills are there. So I attack it as an underdog. I'm flashy with my style. You're gonna recognize my voice is unique, and the things I talk about. And I don't try to sound like anybody else, man, because like you might hear one song, it's like, oh, he reminds me of this, he reminds me of that. But then you hear the next song, my flow's totally different. So that's not really, I sound like me.
And then what was the first song you heard that was like, dang, like you just made you fall in love with this? That first artist, that first song.
I think that like, man, that there I think one of the joints, probably one of Busta Rhymes joints. I like early on, Busta Rhymes was like one of the rappers that really captivated me. Just his voice, his energy, the way he was on the beat.
Hmm.
So it must have been one of his joints. I forgot exactly which one, but out early on, he was like my favorite rapper. Believe it or not, Busta Rhymes.
And then who's your top five right now?
It switches, and it's a tough question, but I would put Black Thought in it. Even though he doesn't have any album, I just feel like he's just that good and that nice, like solo album. I
Hmm.
would put Jay-Z, Nas. I would put I would put Raekwon. Is that 5?
4.
4. All right. Who else? I just put KRS One, because he influenced me a lot. Not just from his music, just from the way he talks. Like I've been in like one of his shows when I moved to New York, and like he inspired me. He actually inspired me directly to quit my job. Like I was having a job at the time, and he was like, "Yo, you could live off this hip hop if you do it right. If you master one thing, you can get everything else." And he's like, "Yo, no, I'm not supposed to say that, but if you got a job, quit." And I was probably like the only person in the crowd that like took that to heart and was like, you know what, I'm gonna quit my job, and I did that. And it's been over 3 years now that I've been just doing hip hop full time.
Well, props to KRS-One for schooling you. So
Dog,
how do you describe your style?
yeah, no doubt.
How would you describe your style?
My style, just in your face, flashy, bold. I say what I mean what I say. I like to do a lot of acrobatics and fancy wordplay. Um, just because I can. It's like I'm kind of like halfway. That's why it's like I said, Iverson. I'm like halfway between NBA and Record Park. You know what I'm saying? I might be that street champ that kind of like, yo, this dude is nice. You see what he did? And it's like people have debates whether or not I could really do it in the league and get those trophies, knowing that I could and that I can and that I will. But like the speculation is there, and at the end of the day, you got to show and prove to people that you can.
So who do you make your music for?
I make my music. I mean, selfishly, I do it for myself because it is really a therapy for me. Like it's such an expression. You know what I mean? Like it feels good to me when I do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm selfish in that standpoint, but I do it for I think people that like hip hop, like me, that appreciate like good wordplay, good song concepts, that appreciate originality. You know what I mean? Somebody that when I hear a song, I want to hear something I haven't heard before, whether it's a word, whether it's a scheme, whether it's a flow, whether it's a concept. So I always wanna push towards that originality when I make my music. So people that are looking for something different, it's like some people, and it's not a knock to them. It's just reality. They're just happy seeing like a rehashed version of something that came out 3 months ago, or last year, or 2 years ago, and it's just like I want to advance the culture. I don't want to just remix the culture.
So what do you feel like far as like because with hip hop, I feel like everybody should bring something to the culture. So what do you feel like you're bringing to the culture to like uplift it?
Well, my story is very unique. I'm originally from the Comoros Island, which is a third world, very poor country. And I was really blessed that when I was young, my parents took me back there a few times, and I've been back there afterwards quite a few times. I have that perspective in mind where it's like, man, there's poverty in America, but even the poor people in America have a lot of luxuries. That's like true third world poverty people don't have at all. Like
Right.
we're talking no running water, electricity, probably no electricity or electricity outages all the time, no clean water, no regular Western bathrooms, just different things. Like you get your water from a well, like just different things. And living closely to livestock, having chickens in the backyards and goats and use eggs and stuff like that. So that perspective gives me just another outlook on things. I have a different story, and I keep it real. Like I don't want to be, I'm one dude. It's hard for me to try to be cool. I just try to be, man. It's like I might, I pride myself on being able to rap on anything, but I'm always got to bring my own flavor. So if I am gonna rap on a dance hall beat, I'm gonna rap my own way to it. If I'm gonna rap on a trap beat, I'm my own way on it. If I'm gonna rap on a boom bap beat, I'm gonna find different ways of tackling it. So to me, I want to be a voice for the voiceless. Say things that are in your face, people are not saying, and yeah, just be kind of reckless. I want to be reckless with my bars, you know.
And then if somebody they first time hearing about you, what's the first song you want them to hear? Like one of your favorite songs?
Man, good question. Um, you know, this a song I put out not a long time ago, a few weeks ago, called Samurai Code. It was produced. I did it for DJ Cliff,
Mm-hmm.
who's a producer out in France, and I think it's a good way to like segue into my style because you'll just see that the way I'm flowing and my stream of thought and the way I put ideas together is different from what you've heard in the past.
And what's one of your favorite lines on the song?
Um, let me think about it. Not a pop star, I pop off. Top dog, drop jaws, fly chicks to top off, or tops off, nostrils dilated, mind faded.
All right, all right.
You know what I mean? I'm just going in on it like that. It's just a train of thought.
And what are some of your current projects you're working on right now?
I have a project with DJ that's finished, like a whole album, fully produced by DJ Doom, who lives out in the Bronx. He's from Brooklyn. Also, I'm working on a lot of music on Afrobeat type sounds. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to reconnect back to my roots, and I feel like I have ways to flow and rap over these type of beats that I haven't heard people do. You know what I'm saying? People are usually just singing on it or doing different things, but I can actually rap over these things and talk about different things. So I'm gonna do a project like that. I'm working with the homie Black Son, who works a lot with D Block. I'm working with the homie from Cali, ID. He does a lot of beats. He's dope. He's young. I think he's like 19 years old or something like that. And honestly, I work so many things. Oh yeah, the homie Sick Nature out in Copenhagen. And a lot of stuff with the Snow Goons. People know him out of there. We're working on a project together. We actually have a single called that's coming out. The video coming out this week. So it's like I may forget a lot, but as for people, they're like projects. For me, it's just like every day what I do. It's just like I wake up and I make music. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up turning projects.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. So, describe an average day for you. How does it like some of your daily habits?
Well, when I'm not traveling and when I'm not doing shows, like when I'm in Brooklyn chilling and I get to wake up in my own bed, I would say I wake up in the morning, I drink some lemon water, cleanse my system, eat breakfast. I walk to the gym. I go out at Flatbush Junction at Blink at the gym, get my little workout on, come back, put on some beats, start writing, and record a song or two, and then whatever else. At least by I'm happy when I've recorded a song by the time I eat lunch. So I try to get up early. Sometimes it might spill over to like right after lunch. I might finish it in the afternoon, and then after whatever else I have to do, man. Whether I have to promote, whether I have some meetings, whether I don't know, whatever else the day brings. But I like to before lunch. I like to have something laid down. That's usually my goals for the day.
What are some of your interests outside of music?
Man, so much, man. Like I'm so focused on music, so I don't have a chance to have that many hobbies. But um, I like being outdoors. Like we don't get enough sun, so whenever I can get sun, I know it's good for me and I feel good because like I said, I'm an island boy. You know, in my DNA, like we got sun every day. I live in Brooklyn. There's a lot of cloudy days and stuff. So when it's good, I like to take walks outside. I like to watch movies, like good TV series. I watch anime. Like I don't watch that, but I'm a fan of like just I watch ball super every week when I'm out. Also I also like speaking to like the youth. Like I've done a lot of things. I do workshops at after school programs and teach hip hop And I go to Rikers Island too. Like I was in Rikers Island the other day, going to like several units over there where they have the young inmates from 18 to 21, and I was like rapping with them. You know, we're recording, we're telling them about the industry, so when they come out, you know what I'm saying, if that's what they want to do, they could do it in a proper way. So I like all that, man. That this music, but music is mostly my life, so that's my main hobby, you know.
And what's some of your favorite books?
Man, there's a lot. Favorite books. I like what's that book called from Eckhart Tolle?
The Power of Now or something?
It's the one after Power Now is a dope book. It is the New Earth. I
Yeah.
love that. I'm reading A Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard right now. New Jim Crow, 48 Laws of Power. That was all right. There's a book called Influence by Robert Cialdini.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's another book called The Inside Out Revolution by I forget the author's name sometimes, but it's a lot of different books, man. I have a shout out to my boy Brian Winston. He's my friend. He's also my life coach, and like we always exchange like books. Like, yo, you should read this. This book is ill. So I have my ups and downs with books. Like sometimes I read a lot, and sometimes I go like months without having reading. You know what I'm saying? But when I do read, I read voraciously. Like I'll just finish a book in a few days. You know what I mean?
And then where do you see your career 5 years from now?
5 years from now, very much next level from what I'm doing now. Like more shows around the world, doing tours around the world, doing tours all around America. There's a lot of places I haven't hit in America, like haven't performed, even haven't seen. So I need to be there around the world, doing tours, releasing dope albums and projects. Always keeping y'all guessing with the projects, not always just doing what people necessarily expecting me. Just experimenting and, like you said, advancing and pushing the culture to other places. And 5 years, I've written my book. I always wanted to write a book. So I want that as one of my goals. I want to be able to write a book about my experiences, so people could just get something out of that. And talking to more youth, like doing more talks at schools or universities about things that I do and how I do them. You know, being not only an artist but an entrepreneur, because it's very much part of this hip hop thing that we're doing. Like if you don't have an entrepreneurial spirit in mind, you're not gonna be able to get your music to a lot of people.
And then social media important to you?
Yeah, it's vital, man. Like we live in an age where it's like, for me, it is. It's like that's how I communicate, and I think it's a blessing because it gives you. I mean, it's a blessing as an artist to market, because it's like that's how you communicate directly to your fans or to your audience. It's through social media, so you don't need anybody to do that if you build yourself a following. You know how is social media affecting humanity? That's like a deeper question. I think like there are some negative things because it's like really shortening our attention spans. It's creating more anxiety. It's creating more depression because we're always on it, including myself. Don't get me wrong. But as far as getting music out there, yeah, it's giving us more power because I don't have to be on a major radio station or a major TV network for people to know about my music. I could be on YouTube, I could be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and leverage that.
Yeah, I told myself today, I was like, I'm not gonna be on social media. So I was on this morning, and that's it. Like I don't want to like be on there checking it all day long. I don't like that shit either. That's the thing I don't like about social media. It's like it's not the real world. People think it's the real world or some shit.
Nah, it could be bad for your health if you abuse it. You know what I mean? And where most of us are abusing it. I'm addicted to my phone. I'm always on it. I'm always checking, and it's just like, so I have to find ways to balance it out, man. Maybe meditate, maybe do things like I said, take a walk outside or read a book. Just get off the phone. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, because you can read a book on your phone. Then you messed up.
Like, phone is everything. Like, yo, man, everything. My life is on my phone. Like, I write on my phone.
Yeah. What
So
advice
it's
would you
like,
give
and
to new artists?
like what advice for what? Like to you new artists?
I guess, as far as like improving their craft.
Do it every day for sure. Like a lot of artists is like focused on a lot of things, and the actual craft it becomes the back burner. And I understand why, because yo, be perfectly honest, you could blow up without being great at your craft.
Right.
You know, if you're great at marketing or you got find yourself a gimmick, there's this dude I started seeing called Boonk or something like that. He's been doing like a lot of like shocking things on social media, like stealing things from stores and putting it on his phone, and people are sharing it because it's viral. And all of a sudden, he said he did it because he was a rapper. So he obviously put a lot of thought about building his platform. Now he's rapping. Like, is that gonna last? You tell, but you can blow up without being great. But if you are serious about making great music, you have to do it every day, man. You can't cheat that curve, man. Talent is only as good as work you put behind that talent.
And then you was talking about like getting their music out. So what are some things they could do to get their music out?
I think nowadays it's pretty important to be consistent. You also want to have quality. You know, you don't want to like outfit. You can, for the sake of being consistent, you're already gonna follow it, even if your material's trash. Like if you keep hitting it, like you're gonna find some people that like it, and people gonna start, you know, build a following. But I believe in quality, and I care about the graphic and our culture. So I think, you know, more some good songs, make it sound good, make it sound good. You know, shoot some visuals, because things are visuals, you know.
All right, man. What would you like to say to your fans and your supporters?
What would I say? Like, yo, I appreciate y'all, and you know, I'm gonna come to a city near you soon, and you're about to see what it is on stage. And I have like a lot of dope music on hand, you know what I mean, that I'm preparing, and I just want to release them the right way and in a way that does justice to the sound, you know.
All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
No doubt, brother. Anytime.
Yeah, you want to tell me your social media and everything?
Yeah, Team N.D.L. That's the Twitter. That's the Instagram. Facebook is Napoleon Da Legend. Facebook, and www.napoleondalegend.com. And that's where you get everything.
Yo, Alcatraz, Baghdad, rappers get a bad rap. NASDAQ, stash that, cash fast, mathematics, ass back, ass caps, C-sack, piece black, niche crack, heat splash, eat that to make it never reach back. Teach that, scientific, wonderama, shine terrific. My rhyme convincing minds to change their way you're living. Velcro, go to hell flow, Pole Expo, Telco, Super Bowl, Tecmo, Fresno, Deathstroke, Petro, Klepto, guns true like Bledsoe, bless slow, flesh wound, escrow, necro, Philiac, mini bag, titty smack, city rap, the legends really that, you know what I mean? Yo, not a pop star, I pop off. God talk, top dog, drop jaws. Fly chicks to top off, a top soft nostrils. Eyelids, dilated, mind faded, lies dated back from back in the day. Crime related, I'm saying vertebrae break. Murder rates peak, Pharaoh never concerned. When a bird brain speaks, AGs make these classic bars, place me top tier. The gods here, the bullshit stops here. No phobia, if you holier than thou, the road gets lonelier. Napoleon, the legend is the culture. MK Ultra, vacate, never play games. AK, every day's payday. Yo, I'm everything, every man, every cell, every star, every moment, every breath, every scar, every lesson, effervescent, omnipresent. Pharaoh Gamo forever. Give me back what belongs to me, or get your arms severed. Now I marvel at this artifact, barking at these garbage ass rappers. They don't want no parts of that alternative facts. They can all get clapped, fall back. Call the pallbearer, taking it back to the terror squad era. Peace, big pun. Tupac in the street streets full of potholes. Cobdos, the brother got shot, tell me it's not so. Motivated like a young Pablo, but narcos, barcodes, carrying this cargo. Dinner's eating escargot, Polo Marco, rocking it, pocketing the change and then I'm mocking him. Document it, cocky with it, put my life up in it. Try to bite it, but it's copywritten, getting booked like a politician. You probably shouldn't try to do this, you a child of Judas. Rock with the real, I don't listen to the childish music. Reservoir dog, repertoire, rep it, god, demigod. Quit rap, get a job, get out of here.
Friday's child, hard luck is her brother. Friday's child, her sister's misery. Friday's child, her daddy they call hard times. Friday's child, that's me.
The PoPolitickin Show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POaudio and get an audiobook of your choice free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POaudio and download a free book by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.